Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dewa Rasati. Hello everyone. I hope you'll have a great day. Here I would deliver about spoken discourse. What is speaking? Speaking is whatever comes out of our mouth as speech. A very act of producing spoken discourse makes the former speaking more spontaneous, relaxed, and therefore informal. Well, we are knowing the spoken texts are produced in real time, which means that speakers generally don't have the time to prepare a lot for them. Well, we are knowing the spoken texts are produced in real time, which means that speakers generally don't have the time to prepare a lot for them. Most spoken discourse, the speaker don't know exactly what they are going to say, and they say it, and they put their words together as they were talking. Spoken discourse is an interaction between two or more people, which is a broad-based language phenomenon in daily life. In spoken discourse, we take turns listening and speaking. Therefore, we have to opportunity to ask questions, to get clarity, to ask the other person to repeat what they said, or maybe to speak more slowly. In the other hand, interactional conversation has its main function as a social activator, building roles and relationships that express solidarity. To achieve a successful conversation, the participant must to communicate is to express in certain attitude. Participants must be cooperative in conversations and using politeness principles. Why? Because language is associated with the form, function, and meaning. Well, speech act. A tried and tested approach is speech act theory, out in 1962 through 1969, which looks at the function of language, for example, promising, offering, threatening, inviting, suggesting, ordering, apologizing, praising, and regretting. And then cooperative principles, Christ in 1975, which explains how speakers keep conversations going smoothly, following maxims about being sincere, giving the right amount of information, being relevant and clear. And the next, politeness principle by Brown and Levinson, 1987, which is about saving face by being indirect, not imposing, and keeping respectful distance or showing closeness and solidarity. Many studies have investigated the functions of spoken discourse features using cooperative principles and politeness principles. It means how can features in spoken discourse improve our quality of speaking. Well, let's take the example of vague language, which nearly always enables polite and non-threatening interactions. I was just one of several students that claims vague language that one of the politeness in spoken discourse can improve this issue. Well, in spoken discourse have many kinds of features. For example, vague, vague, vague words, informal words, interactional words, and interactional word chunks, and vague reference, incomplete utterance, informal grammar, and so on. The next is recently discovered that vague language approximators were used by students and teachers in spoken academic discourse to shield their claims against possible criticism, avoid categorical claims, observe the politeness principles, and save face. And then the next draft, 2002, suggested that vague language promotes politeness and closeness and is used for managing asymmetries of knowledge in intercultural interaction. Well, next is cutting in 2000 discovered that an academic discourse is communities used to implement features constructed a high involvement strategy for asserting inclusiveness. Cutting in 1998 also found that the most frequent function of vague language in the Ken code was that of giving little importance to the referent, either to be friendly or to be critical. Well, it was explained before. In spoken discourse, we cannot edit our speech in the same way, but we can increase the volume and change to rhythm, speak louder or slower, stress certain points, and so on. As the case may be because spoken communication takes place lower lexical kepadatan atau density and less interaction grammar than written discourse. This is usually the case that it has fewer content words such as noun, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, then function words, such as grammatical words, such as prepositions, pronoun, and article. But it can often have embedded clauses and long, complicated sentences. What are the issues in language teaching? What should speaker do, even the listener or students? For example, in a class, a teacher uses spoken discourse in teaching. in making direction, in doing assignments, and then there is where the role of the teacher is so big, so that students understand what the teacher has said. At least as a teacher must be able to direct learning strategies. This is also for students in understanding the features that are in spoken discourse. Two different kinds of processes are involved in understanding spoken discourse. These are often referred to as bottom up and top down processing. The point is goals in teaching listening. Listening for comprehension is realizable. In conclusion, spoken discourse is oral communication media between two or more people that sometimes it requires not only being correct in grammar, but there must be cohesiveness, clutter, contextual, and of course more meaningful. Well, that's all from me, and I'm sorry if I'm mistake in explain. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.